History Spotlight, brought to you by HEC Media and the Missouri Historical Society.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jody Sowell, president of the Missouri Historical Society in St. Louis, and this is History Spotlight. Children's clothing holds deep cultural and personal significance. Early Childhood and Family Program Manager Courtney Baxter-Annis shares how special occasion attire connects us to our history in ways that go beyond fashion.
Clothing and fashion can tell insightful and diverse stories about our culture, values, identity, and more. That is still true for children's clothing as well. Whether it's a bar mitzvah boy's best suit and tallit, or a Jewish prayer shawl, or a Mexican-American girl's elaborate quinceañera ball gown, special occasion children's clothing has a story to tell about the lives of youth in our history. Known as the cherry dress, this trademarked design is a prim and proper St. Louis creation that features little hints of whimsy with dangling fabric cherries. These iconic dresses were introduced in 1954 as a part of Women's Exchange's efforts to empower women through jobs that involve creating and selling heirloom quality clothing and decor. This is in the original style, but there are currently several variations and fabrics used. For over 30 years, these special occasion pieces were lovingly handmade by Eleanor Lee Dressel until her death in 2016. During Easter 1963, the first family was photographed, and a young John F. Kennedy Jr. was wearing a cherry jumper, and his sister Caroline Kennedy wore a cherry dress. That photo put Women's Exchange St. Louis in the spotlight, leading to hundreds of orders from near and far. Decades later, each year, the orders continue to roll in. Families continue to celebrate special days, including milestone birthdays, in their custom cherry jumpers or dresses. In a similar traditional style as the cherry dress, we have a dress worn by a little St. Louisan named Magdalene. You might be surprised to learn that this dress is from the early 1990s. This artifact and others remind us of the cultural importance of dressing up in your finest for Easter in some communities, particularly Black church communities, where hats, tights, sometimes gloves, and shiny polished shoes are the norm even for little ones. I can personally attest to that. In celebration of Easter, Magdalene's mother wanted something classic with a vintage look, but was not able to find authentic pieces with brown-skinned figures. Since her children were biracial, she wanted them to feel represented. So she had this custom piece created with embroidered angels, depicted with a light cream and medium brown skin tones across the chest. Similarly, Magdalene's mother also had a playsuit sewn for her son Peter, featuring cowboys of two differing skin tones. While the clothes we have discussed are in the style of traditional Western children's clothing, we have an outfit donated by Sakanya Mani from a much older Eastern tradition. This jewel-toned and richly embellished kurta with simple pajama pants, no, not that kind, is a pint-sized and beautiful example of a type of clothing worn in Central and South Asia for thousands of years. This silk brocade kurta set and others in our collection are typically worn in South Asian communities for special days, ranging from the Hindu holiday of Diwali to the Muslim celebration of Eid. This one was brought directly from India and worn for birthdays by more than one sibling and other festive events. This artifact can tell us about childhood in our city as well as the story of immigration. These clothing pieces are a small sample of how what we wear has a story. Much like the threads woven together in a cloth, these artifacts are part of what connects us together, whether it be through style, belief, or culture.
To learn more about the Missouri Historical Society, visit mohistory.org.